One of the pieces I'd like to spend a little bit more time exploring is the impact of an organization in terms of what's happening in the collaborative world. And that organization, in the collaborative world, we fondly call the IACP, the International Academy of Collaborative Professionals. IACP currently has over 3,000 members. And if I'm correct on this, and I kind of want to run and check my latest statistics, but I believe currently there's 14 countries from around the planet that participate in IACP. Just take a moment and think about that piece of information. This organization is, in my opinion, having participated on the board now for 3 years and been privy to the details that go on, is immersed in any and every type of work to help promote effective collaborative work, to help teach skills around the globe in terms of conflict and resolving conflict, not only in family matters, but in business matters, civil matters, and so forth. Just to use this approach to resolving conflict, which can help anyone. The organization is all about offering effective trainings. The website's amazing with books and articles and video clips and all kinds of things to educate the public, as well as offering professionals amazing amounts of tools to better themselves. Comparatively to many organizations that I have participated in over the years, the fees are very low. And this may sound like a paid ad for IACP. I'm not trying to make it such. I'm really trying to speak about an amazing group of people who have come together in an organization. It's something that I highly recommend for anyone and everyone who may choose to use the collaborative approach to resolution, to look at getting involved. The greatest gift is, of course, participating with people from everywhere and hearing what they're doing and learning and studying is just a great part of the IACP. In addition, on a lesser level, but equally important in my opinion, is our state institute, the Collaborative Law Institute of Texas. Again, an amazing group of people doing wonderful work, and we frequently have people from all over contact us asking, can we make use of the protocols that you've developed for mental health professionals and lawyers and financial professionals? Can we take a look at all the forms you've developed? Will you talk to us about how you put on your state conference every year? Both of those organizations, I believe, are growing and thriving based primarily on one thing: passion. Every individual on the CLITEX, Collaborative Law Texas Board, and the IACP board, in my experience, sitting with them now for years, just do this work, number one, because of passion around this approach and making a difference. You have to. It's all, those organizations, of course, are all volunteer hours and non-billable hours, and people just show up with any and every idea possible to create better organizations and better offerings for professionals. So I feel so lucky to be a part of that also. I've been flying around quite a bit in the last 3 years training. It seems like I'm on an airplane frequently, and as often happens in airplanes, the person next to you says, "What do you do?" And sometimes I'm just trying to read my book, but to be polite and respectful, I usually answer that question. And I have learned through Liz Ferris, who's worked with many of us in collaborative marketing, to have a 4 or 5 sentence answer, my elevator statement, but I expanded a little bit on an airplane to explain briefly what I do and what collaborative practice is. Almost across the board, no matter who's sitting next to me, the response I get is, "Wow, I didn't even know that existed," number one. And number two, how do you work with people in conflict all day? So, of course, when I hear I didn't know it existed, I move into a lot more information and give them websites and so forth, because I believe that the goal is to have more and more people understand this exists. So I love being able to do my little marketing piece with that question. But in terms of the second question, how do you work with people in conflict all day long? My answer is always this: because what we are doing makes a difference right now, today, in someone's lives and in children's lives in the future. It is making a difference. And As I have met and worked with collaborative professionals around the globe at this point, almost across the board, every one of them is motivated by making a difference to help resolve conflict and change it. What a great group of people to spend time with in my career. I feel very blessed. It balances out working with the conflict at times to work with such an amazing group of human beings on this planet. I believe when Stu created this concept, I know this about Stu certainly, and the entire mission and focus of the international organization is to change the way conflict is resolved around the globe. And so for me, I think about that all the time with interactions with collaborative team members and families, that we are making a contribution to that with every interaction we have. I just, I feel a passion around that. And that's why I love this role so much, because the team often looks to me to facilitate the healthy communication and teach through my facilitation how to problem solve, how to work through conflict in a healthy way rather than destroying one another verbally with your disagreements. So it's a huge driver for me in terms of why I do this work. So my own personal website is www.collab, short for collaborative, collabneutral.com, and that has information about Linda Solomon. The practice group that I'm in, which is a group of lawyers, financial professional, and mental health professionals, we meet all the time to continually increase our skills, is the Collaborative Alliance. And our website is www.thecollaborativealliance.com. I believe it's .com. And of course, our state organization is www.clitex.org. Anyone can go to those websites and access information. There's a wealth of information on any of those websites. Or feel free to contact us here in Dallas, Fort Worth at any point. Anyone that would like more information. We've been contacted many times over the years, and we're happy to share what we've learned, but probably more importantly, what we are continuing to attempt to learn. That's one of the primary pieces of focus here. How do we continue to be better at this?